The works of the De La Salle Christian Brothers of the San Francisco district extend around the world. From India to Sri Lanka and Pakistan, Vietnam to Kenya, our mission is clear. It is a mission that was given to us by Saint Jean-Baptiste de La Salle himself, to give a human and Christian education to the young, especially the poor. Near the temple city of Madurai in extreme southern India is St. Pius X Boys' Town, which has served some of the poorest of Indian boys since 1960. Although most of the boys at Boys' Town are not Christian, the brothers believe that their spiritual formation is as important as their formal education, so they begin each Sunday with a liturgy. The campus extends over 124 acres, principally agricultural land. The children, mostly orphans and destitute boys, live in 8 simple cottages with 20 boys in each cottage. The brothers encourage the boys to live here as a large family, sharing everything. They will live here for 3 years, receiving technical training and formal schooling in welding, carpentry, and metalwork skills. Agriculture, dairy work, and poultry farming are also taught during that time. 40 miles from Madurai is St. Joseph's Boys Village. This village-style community is home to 100 destitute, orphaned, and abandoned boys, age 5 to 15, who travel to nearby schools for their education, but live at Boys Village. St. Joseph Boys Village also conducts a large number of very diverse outreach programs. In one nearby village, several families produce packing material from palm leaves. In another, a typewriting center trains young women for office jobs. A tailoring center and weaving center are also operated under the auspices of St. Joseph's. There's even a daycare center for the children of St. Joseph's employees and local village women. Some of the most inspiring works of the brothers in India occur in Suriname. St. James School sits in one of the most impoverished areas of India. In partnership with a dedicated staff consisting mostly of Hindus and a few Muslims, the brothers operate this school to absolute capacity. The Suriname area has absolutely no potable water. Even wells consistently come up with salty water. The only water supply is this large man-made pond, which fills up in the monsoon season and must provide water needed for sanitation and for drinking for the rest of the year. The programs of the Lasallian Rural Education Scheme extend the works of the brothers to the surrounding villages. At night, the brothers rent the porches or front steps of homes in several villages to help local children with their homework, often using camping lanterns. All of the programs run in Suriname, and indeed throughout India, are free to all. One of the great successes of the brothers' work in Sri Lanka is Diagala Boys' Town. This center for destitute, often orphaned boys has turned out over 2,000 graduates in the past few years, and today is totally self-sufficient. The boys get classroom training, and they receive a practical education in welding, metalworking, furniture making, crop cultivation, or animal husbandry. Boys' Town even has its own printing operation, and virtually all Boys' Town graduates become employed by local companies. The headquarters of the brothers in Sri Lanka is located at St. Joseph's in Mutwal. This complex also houses De La Salle College, a school for young, poor children of the area. It is a difficult time for this beautiful country. Army patrols on the lookout for Tamil tiger guerrillas are a regular sight to boys on their way to De La Salle. The brothers also operate the Grand Pass School in a suburb of Colombo, and an English school at Mutwal for local children, adults, and teachers. St. Anthony's College in Watala is justly famous throughout Sri Lanka as a fine school. It is currently a state school administered by the brothers. In the northern city of Faisalabad in Pakistan, brothers operate De La Salle High School, where classes are taught in English, and across the road, the La Salle Urdu High School, where instruction is conducted in Urdu, the local language. 98% of its students are from poor Christian families. Pakistan is an Islamic republic, with the minority Christian population spread very thin in villages around the country. To serve the spiritual needs of these people, the brothers have set up this center to train lay catechists for all the dioceses of Pakistan. Here, young men, many of whom arrive with their wives and children, are educated in a 2-year program that gives them a Christian education and prepares them as lay catechists for the outlying villages, while their wives are taught women's health issues and are taught to read and write in order that they might pass this on to women in the villages to which they'll be sent. Classes are given to local women in sewing, embroidery, and various other crafts, and a locally famous cooking school is conducted for students who are mostly high school dropouts. While at the center, the catechists and their families live in a small group of run-down buildings at the edge of what amounts to an open sewer. As in so many of the impoverished situations where the brothers are involved, much is done with very little. The brothers run a large hostel for boys. The boys are temporarily living and attending class in the school's gymnasium until a new hostel is completed. It is 6 a.m., approximately 5 hours outside of Karachi in southern Pakistan. These men, beginning their day with a 1-mile run, are virtually all recovering heroin or hashish addicts from the streets of Karachi. This is the House of Hope. Brother Norman Ray, with the help of Brother Damien from Sri Lanka, is the director of the House of Hope, a recovery center for 150 drug addicts and alcoholics. These 2 men live and work here along with a staff made up entirely of recovering addicts. The House of Hope is operationally totally self-sufficient. The men grow their own food, cook their own meals, and every man must take a turn at doing the most menial of chores, right down to cleaning the latrines. Twice a day, the men must attend meetings based on the Alcoholics Anonymous 12-step process. Meals are taken together and prayer rotates between Muslim, Hindu, and Christian forms. Each man remains here for 4 months and then returns to Karachi.